What's up, YouTube? Today we'll be having a redneck review of the Lantac Dragon muzzle brake. I've had my rifle for some time now. My dad got it for me in 2012, and I've made a few modifications to it, but I've still got the old A2 flash hider as a muzzle compensator or brake. I just want to compare the two between the A2 flash hider and the Lantac Dragon. I kind of know in my mind, based on peer reviews, what the performance level is going to be, but I kind of wanted to just put it out there, do a little bit of experimentation, and kind of show the world what I found with my rifle. So let's get it started. The first contrast between the A2 flash hider and the Lantac Dragon muzzle brake we're going to do is just controllability and rise. I was coyote hunting the other day with my A2 flash hider. Two jumped up in front of me. I got a really good shot on one. I tried to do follow-up shot on the second one and missed. I feel like that was the direct result of using the A2. I'm kind of hoping that the Lantac's going to improve the performance of the follow-up shot, but this experiment's what we're going to use to test that out. Okay guys, so now we're going to do some range testing, test performance of the A2 versus the Lantac with a couple of different types of ammunition. I've got some Independence 55 grain full metal jacket, just some target rounds there. I've got some American Eagle, the 62 grain green tips, the steel cord ammunition. I've got the PMC X-Tac and the 55 grain, the target ammo there. I've got some Fiocchi VMAX stuff, what I use when I'm coyote hunting. I've got a target set up down range. That target's got 8 spaces, so 3 rounds down range with each of the types of ammunition and each of the types of the brakes or compensators. So let's get started with that. Okay guys, we're going to first try some of the 55 grain Independence with the A2 flash hider. Next we'll try some of the 55 grain PMC X-Tac ammo. We're going to do the American Eagle 62 grain green tip. I don't know if the camera's catching that. This is the anti-personnel round. Again, A2 flash hider, 25 yards. And lastly, the 50 grain VMAX, the varmint round from Hornady. This is manufactured by Fiocchi. A2 flash hider, 25 yards. Alright guys, let me get my tools out. We're going to swap out this A2 for the Lantac, and I'll be right back in just a few seconds. We'll do the same round of tests with it. Okay guys, I've got the muzzle brake installed. Initial impressions, it looks really cool. You can call it what you want to, tactical fanboy bullcrap, but appearance sake, it just really looks good. They got the brand placement up there, which I'm all about. You know, it looks a lot different. It's slightly longer than my A2 flash hider, so it has a little bit more of a profile. I'm definitely going to be able to see it a lot easier when I'm looking at the rifle. When you put these things together like I do, you know, you want them to look good. I want them to do two things. I want them to look cool, and I want them to be able to shoot well. And I'm kind of hoping that that's what's going to happen with this. I will say that it was a booger bear trying to get this thing on. It says to hand tighten, use your torque wrench 20 foot-pounds, and then tighten until it's you know, in the right alignment with the barrel. And it was truly tough. It's definitely something you're going to have to put in the vise. Don't try to go at it with a pair of channel lock pliers or anything like that. So yeah, we'll continue with the review. I'm pretty stoked if you can't tell. So we'll do the same thing we did with the A2. So stay tuned. Wow. Okay guys, so I'm down range at the target, just to kind of do some comparison on the groups that we shot with the various ammunition and the A2 muzzle brake and the Lantac Dragon compensator. So with the Independence 55 grain, we're looking at a 1-inch group at 25 yards. So not too bad, considering how poor a shooter I am. So we'll pan down to the Lantac Dragon muzzle, the Lantac Dragon results with the Independence 55 grain. You can see my group size is still only about 1 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, but you can see it's definitely a lot tighter a shot group at 25 yards. If we stepped on out to 100, say 200, we would definitely notice a substantial difference in these two. Let's move on to what the results of the PMC X-Tac were. This is with the A2 flash hider here. Looks like I actually put 2 rounds right next to each other on this one, and then had the third there. Still looks like 1 inch and 1/8 on the group. We'll pan down to the Lantac. Looks like nearly the same size shot group, actually about 1 inch. So we said 1 inch and 1/8 and 1 inch on that shot group, so it tightened up just a little bit. Rifle might not like PMC quite as much as it does some of the others. Alright, looking at the American Eagle 62 grain field tip group right here. That is a 2-inch group, really 1 3/4. Pan down and you see some substantial results with this one. We'll pan down to the Lantac results, and we've got a 1-inch group here with the American Eagle 62 grain green tips. And finally, with the Fiachis, definitely a little more quality in ammunition. We've got a 1-inch shot group here, and if we pan down to the Lantac results, I actually put one in right behind the other. That is a 1/2 inch shot group at 25 yards. So results are the proof's in the pudding, as they say. Okay guys, so in conclusion, the results I saw with the Lantac muzzle brake and the retail price that it's offered at, definitely a very important contribution to my rifle. We saw an performance increase in muzzle rise, allowing me to pursue that follow-up shot, whether it's target practice or coyotes. You also saw my groups tighten up down there. The Lantac Dragon at the MSRP, I'm going to tell you, is truly crucial. Had I known the performance was going to be this great, I would have gotten one of these before I picked up the Geissele trigger for my rifle. And if anybody who knows me knows, I love my Geissele trigger. I'm just going to finish it up with some rapid fire shots down range. Lantac Dragon, 100% endorsed by me. Definitely improvement on the A2 flash hider. So we'll put some rounds down range and see you guys later.